That's a cold bully right there. You can break the phone in half and share it amongst you and your son. That is goddamn. Son, that's never gonna fucking happen. You call me with a problem, we're shooting that nigga. Fuck, I didn't know they was out there like that. We're gonna shoot that nigga. Fuck that. We gonna get the weapons too. We gonna get it in blood, son. That's what we're gonna do. We gonna get this blood diamond. Blood diamond. We gonna man. No, there's no way we gonna or we gonna do a Harry Carey. Either that or we gonna kill ourselves. I'll do you, you do me. That's how. That's one more time for Popeye. Give it one more time for Popeye. You must have said motherfucker about 345 times. I'm like, damn, I'm counting like 1, 2, 3. Shit, funny. Like, man, he said motherfucker about 345 times. Like, damn. Yeah. Countdown. Yeah. Shit. All right. So we got one more comedian. Two more comedians. Well, no, we got 3 more comedians. No, 2 more. Huh? I mean, Budsy. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got 3 more comedians.
Set them all up.
All right. Oh, we doing them all. We're doing them all. So we're gonna get Budsy up here.
Yeah, all right.
And then my nephew, he just alerted me that he's got some hot music he wants to share with everybody.
Yeah, I gotta go stay with him.
Yeah, he's got some fans in here and stuff. So we're gonna let my stepson get in there. And then after that, we're gonna let some comedy gurus come in. So some more comedy gods come in. And I say that you haven't already seen comedy gods, but you're gonna see 2 more comedy gods after that. And my friend Taurus Fairley, and my even gooder friend. Not saying that you're less of a friend to him, but he's also you're gooder too, but he's also okay. You know, you ever said some fucked up shit by accident? You didn't even realize you said it. I'm sorry, Taurus. You know you're my ace, man. We go all the way back to Utah and before, man. Yeah, so low key fucks on the same pictures, but that's neither here nor there. So, with that being said, we're going to give it up to my friend and your race friend, and you guys' friend now, Budsy.
Budsy,
come here and check out his barbecue spot.
I've had an identity crisis here lately because some people know me as Uncle Budsy, and some people know me as Chef Budsy that does barbecue dip. But I tell you, normally I get up here on stage and talk about the 6 different types of women I meet because I'm back on the dating circuit these days. Because my ex, she went back to Portland, where I came from, but I'm back on the dating. And normally I talk about the 6 different types of women I'm meeting here since I've been out on the dating circuit. But really, there's only one type of woman I'm meeting here, and every woman that I'm meeting is bi. And the question is, are they bisexual or bipolar? and I will tell you, people say I'm crazy. And because of some of the stuff, he was talking about some of the crazy stuff that comes out of your mouth. And sometimes, I am a medical marijuana patient. I've been one for almost 10 years. So there is some crazy shit that comes out of my mouth sometimes. But I think the thing about this medicine, it affects my Tourette syndrome. But it affects it, and I just talk about the shit that comes into my head. And sometimes, but I've been trying. Well, I'll get back. Does anyone know what the term cis means? Does not know what the term cis means. Okay, cis, this is one of these millennial terms. And see, I'm talking about the millennials. A lot of the times the cis, let me explain that. If you have to explain your jokes, they're not funny. But this one I'm gonna have to explain because the cis, it's one of these millennial terms, and it comes from Latin. It means stays the same, and what it means is a man. It's like a man. Man was born with a penis. He still has his penis, and he wants to keep it. And a woman, she's born with a vagina, still has a vagina, and she wants to keep it. And notice that I use the medical term vagina and penis. I didn't say dick and pussy, but I could have said. But I am Dr. Budsy also. I've actually been a dental surgeon in the past. I've done a lot of different stuff, and some of them have been fun. Some of them, I'm having a lot of fun here trying to be Budsy the comedian. But and I don't have to be the funniest motherfucker out there on the planet. Dave Chappelle has to be, and I don't. I don't have to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Because I tell people, I'm the third dumbest motherfucker on the planet. And they say, well, who are the other two? And I said, well, Joe Biden, nothing said. But the dumbest person on the planet is Donald Trump. Yeah. Because he tells people he's smart. Anybody that tells you they're smart is not very smart. So I tell people I'm the third dumbest motherfucker on the planet. And I've heard, like, my buddy Popeye here talk about, he's used that term motherfucker over, and when I was telling you I was a dental, I actually was a doctor. I was a dental surgeon before, so I hadn't been a barbecue cook all my life. Anybody here like barbecue? Yeah, not everybody does. I've been a vegetarian 4 times in my life. And now I'm back over the dark side slinging meat dinners. Because I do barbecue here. But I became Uncle Budsy the barbecue cook because I learned how to cook barbecue from a Jamaican fellow. Back in, well, I'm not going to tell you back when it was when I was 14. Because if I tell you the year it was, then you'll know how old I am. And what I'm trying to do, I was telling you about being cis, or what cis is. Well, I identify myself because I came from Portland, Oregon, and the rules in Portland are that you can identify whoever or whatever you want to identify. So I identify as a cis male lesbian, and what you think this comedy is tough? I mean, you should try to go into it because we're in Las Vegas and there are some hilarious comics here in Las Vegas. But you think that's difficult doing comedy here in Las Vegas? You should try to go into a lesbian bar, one of these LGBT, QRST, MNLP community bars, and try to convince the lipstick lesbian girlfriend of a female truck driver that you're Jada Pinkett Smith. You're just here in town for a few days looking for some action. And they say, you're not Jada Pinkett Smith. And I said, yes, I am. No, you are. You're a white man with a beard. And I said, well, I will admit, I've got a little facial hair here from the hormone now, and I'm not trans. I'm a cis male lesbian. But I will admit, I've got a little hormonal imbalance. It's caused some facial hair here.
Get that nigga the light.
See what these hormones have done to my clitoris.
Give him the light till we go.
But they say, well, anyway, I'm going to get off here. And if y'all like barbecue, come down to our barbecue restaurant, and it's in downtown Las Vegas at the corner of Lewis and South Casino. I didn't tell you about being, I'm going to tell you about that I used to be Uncle Budsy the barbecue cook, because the original Uncle Budsy taught me how to cook barbecue back when I was 14. And he was Jamaican, moved to Dallas back then, and he told me he used to smoke ganja with Jimmy Cliff and Bob Marley back in 9 Miles, Jamaica. And so he used to call me Mickey Mon, and he used to hold up a bud of weed and say, Mickey Mon, would you like to smoke some Budsies? So he was the uncle of my best friend, so I started calling him Uncle Budsy. And so he turned in, when he moved to Dallas, he was a dope smoking, 40-ounce drinking, pussy getting barbecue cook. And I thought, being 14, I thought that's who I want to grow up and be. So I became Uncle Budsy 2.0, the barbecue cook up in Portland. But I decided here that The only time I'm Uncle Budsy, I need to get off here, and I will tell you, come down to the barbecue restaurant, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, give it up for Uncle Budsy, man.
One more time for
Yes,
Uncle
yes,
Budsy. God damn.
Yeah, so make sure you go out there and check out that barbecue he got over there. Even though it's across the street from the police house. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go and get you some of that there barbecue.
We
So-
smoke weed in the front.
Oh, well, shit, fuck it, fuck the police. Real quick, we're gonna get my young nephew up here, MBK Doc. Make sure you guys follow him on everything streaming, because he is on everything streaming.
Yeah.
He's on Tidal. If you on Tidal, you on everything at that
Yeah,
point.
my shit's charged right now.
So he's gonna sing one of his
It's a pen right. It's a pen right there.
young hits right here, Wasted. So you guys give it up for young MBK Doc. Put your hands together back and forth with us, breaking the sound barrier. There we go.
Hey,
World.
What's up, guys? You know, my MBK Doc. You know, Instagram at MBK_Doc. You know, let's get it in.
Let's get it, son.
I dropped this song a couple months ago, so I hope you guys enjoy.